Hello everyone, myself Professor A.C. Jadhav, Department of Horticulture, Wagh College of Agriculture Biotechnology, Nashik. Friends, this video is only for the educational purpose and not for the commercial use. In a vegetative propagation, there are the different methods in which grafting is very important method. So, today we are going to study the practice of the grafting. It's include methodology and different methods or the types included in a grafting. Grafting is an art of joining the parts of two different independent plants in such a manner that they unite and grow together into a single independent plants. In a grafting, we use the two plant parts. One is a scion and another is a stalk. The part of the graft combination which is to become the upper portion or the shoot system or the top of the new plant is termed the scion, and the part which is to become the lower portion or the root system is the rootstock. Why grafting and the budding is only possible in a dicot and not in a monocot? So, as per the method, propagation on its own root system includes the cutting and the layering practice. This can be possible in a both monocot and the dicot, but in case of the propagation on the root system of the other, like grafting and the budding, it can only possible in a dicot but not in a monocot, because through which the union in between the scion and the rootstock takes place, it is through the vascular bundle. In monocot, as per here, these vascular bundle are scattered. So it is not possible to unite the vascular bundle of two different plants. While in case of the dicot, where the vascular bundle are in the form of the ring in or near to the phloem, and that's why this ring or the vascular bundle layer, which is considered as a cambial layer, so cambial layer of the two different plant parts, like the cambial layer of the rootstock or the cambial layer of the scion, through the union it can be united and grow into the new plants. So that's why the grafting and the budding only possible in a dicot and not in a monocot. How can two different plant parts, that is scion and rootstock, unite? In a grafting operation, the fleshy cut tissues of the stalk and the scion are brought into the intimate contact. Cambium cell from the stalk and the scion start multiplying and dividing. These cells from the both the sides get interlocked and form the callus. Parenchyma cells from the callus get differentiated among themselves and form the new xylem and the phloem vessels. Newly formed xylem and the phloem vessels of the callus combine with a xylem and the phloem vessels of the stalk and scion, and thus resulting into the continuous vascular system and permitting translocation of the nutrients, water, and other metabolites between the stalk and the scion, and in this way the plant become single one or the independently grow as a one. Why only the mature science we have a uh, need to be used or we need for the grafting? Because for the grafting there is a need of the vascular bundle layer or the cambial layer, which is produced or developed as per the maturation or the lignification of the woods, and that's why when we can select the scion, it should be properly mature. Then condition for the successful grafting. Success of the graft union mainly depend upon the following. 1. The grafting operations. There should be a contact of the cambial layer of the stalk and scion. Second, stalk and the scion should be same thickness so that they match each other. And the third one, the cut should be a uniform and smooth so that when the two components are firmly tied together, there should not be a free passage of the air between the stalk and the scion. Required material for the grafting practice, that is scion, rootstock, then grafting knife, then secator, and the grafting tape. Scion. The scion cultivator or the scion which we use has a strong bearing on the roots growth pattern of the stalk, means should have all ideal characteristics through which we obtain the good quality and quantity produce on the rootstock. Second, that is the rootstock. Use of the proper rootstock is important in grafting. Since the slow growth of the seedling, rootstock become a limiting factor for the rapid multiplication of the desirable plants in a large number. So mostly the local type of the rootstock and in many cases the polyembryonic and the rootstock having a different types of the characteristics like a dwarfing, prolific we may use in a different fruits crop for multiplication. Then regarding the tools which we use during the technique is important one is a grafting knife, grafting knife which we can use. It should be the sharp one. And second one that is secator. The secator it is again the strong type of the small tools which we use during the cutting of the stock plant and again should have the sharp blade. Then last that is the grafting tape. For the wrapping of any union, we use the grafting tape. So the grafting tape which we use should near about 200 to 250 kg and at least 1.5 to 2 centimeter in a width. So there are the different methods in a grafting. Number one are the scion attached method and number two are the scion detached method. Scion attached method means at the time of the practice, the scion is still attached with the mother plant and after the success of the graft, we can detach it from the mother plant. While in a detached scion method or the scion detached method means first we detached or removed the scion from the mother plant and then we can follow the grafting practice. Attached method important in scion attached method, the important practice or important method is a simple inarching, which is again known as a approach grafting. While most of the or rest of the other method, it can comes under the scion detached method, like stone grafting, softwood grafting, wedge grafting, tongue grafting, cleft grafting, side grafting, veneer grafting, bridge grafting, saddle grafting, etc. So first method is a simple inarching or approach grafting. The common example or the well-known example of the simple inarching and the approach grafting is a mango or a sapota. It can be possible in a guava also. So in a simple inarching technique, in general we use the rootstock, scion. So this is the scion attach method. In this method, 1 year old terminal stem or the twig near about having 45 to 60 centimeter length and definitely having the same thickness as that of the rootstock from the scion tree of desirable variety we can select. Then after healthy and well established rootstock we prepare or the select. Then the rootstock and the scion should be of the same thickness so as to bring about the proper union in between them. Carry the selected potted seedling to the scion tree because definitely the scion tree which is well grown and at a higher or at a specific height means the scion stick which we can select it may be at the specific height. So to hold the rootstock or the rootstock plants with that particular scion portion we need to prepare the mando. Mando it may be prepared by the bamboo stick and the other locally used material. Then hold the scion branch and mark the position where it can be tightly placed and then remove the thin slice of the bark along with the wood about 5 centimeter long and 1 or the 2 centimeter in a breadth, and it may be zero point 0.2 centimeter in a deep with a sharp grafting knife from both stalk and scion branches. Then cut. The mate should be absolutely flat, clean, and even smooth also. The size of cut varies with the thickness of the shoot used. Bring the cut surface together with the pressure to face without leaving any of the hollow interspace between them. Tie them with the help of sutali or any of the plastic containing material like the polythene material. The care should be taken that the wrapped graft it should be the waterproof and airproof. Then we should properly water the stock to maintain the moisture content within them. Then the union is completed near about within 2 or 3 months. Then cut away the gradually sign from the parent tree after union is complete. And in this way, this along with the sign, we can separate the stalk, the original top of the stalk plant above the graft union. It again headed off or cut after certain week because we have a need of only the crown portion from the sign while the root system from the stalk. Then the transfer of the graft to the shade where it is properly nourished and hardened and care for a period of near about 3 to 6 months, and definitely prior to the final transplanting it can take 6 months or a year as per the different types of the fruit crop. So this is the inarching technique, which is again considered to be a commercial method of propagations in crop like mango and sapota. So this is about the first part of our um, grafting techniques and scion attached method. In the next part, we will study the scion detached method of the grafting. Thank you. Thank you very much.